Okay, I'm hoping y'all can see this. So today it's kind of quicker. There's just 3 slides, but I really want to hone in on, and I'm doing this for myself too, and especially because like we've had a lot of discount coaches leave in the last 2 months. I feel like every other day I get a Team Beachbody email that some coach has submitted their quitting form that they have to do. Anyway, so it's been in our whole downline. It's been my personal coaches and in our downline coaches and coaches. And it's also because they're not invested and they never got started. And so, and a lot of us who were doing really well when we were building and adding coaches to our team, and a lot of us working coaches have gotten discouraged because either our rank has dropped because of those coaches who've stopped or whatever. And so to eliminate a lot of that letdown, we want to be gravitating and building our team for the type of people that we really want to work with. And a lot of that will start with your ideal customer, because we know that our customers make the best coaches. The reason why, and I've had plenty of coaches who sign up and they've never been in a challenge group before. And I do find that it is harder for me to get them started or to see them start because they've never been through the process ever to start with. They've never done one of our workout programs before, many of the times. They've never been in a challenge group before. It's their first time drinking Shakeology. And maybe they're not used to posting about those things, which we have them do in our challenge group. So I really do feel like my best coaches are the ones who've been through a challenge group. So they are at least they're used to doing a Beachbody workout. They're used to drinking Shakeology. They're used to learning how to eat healthier. And then we share it in our group. So that sharing part, and they've kind of been through it once. So it's not like they have to learn all about challenge groups on top of learning about coaching. So this is where our challenge groups is where we really can prime them. But in order to get them into our challenge group, we need to find them. And I know it's so easy to just take anyone between coaching and customers who says, I want to do it, right? Because you want to hit your points and you want to get that income and stuff. But at the end of the road or down the line, it actually sometimes can come back to bite you in the ass. And then it's like, was that even worth it? So we're going to dial in about finding or targeting who our ideal customers are. And my assignment for everybody is going to be to physically write it out. It's one thing to say in our head, oh, this is the type of person I'm looking for. And I've done that for so long. And I've heard so many trainings about finding your avatar, making a picture of that person. What do you want? And I really found it to be very helpful to physically write it out. So who do you enjoy working with? You want to create content that's going to attract that type of person. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make a characteristics list. How old are they? So for me, mine is like late 20s, early 30s, because that's more my age. So I feel like I can relate better to them. So that's what I'm going for. Single, or they're married, or they're more newlywed married. Kids or no kids. So this is going to change for every single person, right? So do they have kids? Do they not have kids? What are their likes? What are the different things that they like? What are their interests? What hobbies are they a part of? What's their personality? Are they very shy and quiet? Are they outgoing? For me, I'm very shy at first until I'm comfortable around people. And then sometimes you can't shut me up. Then I get it from my father. My father takes over and I just can't stop talking. So, do they like a good party? Are they more of a homebody? Are they motivated? Are they driven? Are they passionate? All those types of things. So the type of person that you're going to want to work with, that you're going to be able to relate the most to, probably is going to have a lot of the same characteristics that you do. So you want to narrow it down, because so when if you say, well, they could be single, or they could be married, or they could not have kids, or they could have kids, obviously you're going to find somebody who doesn't always fit every single criteria. But if you just say, oh, I'll take anybody, then you're just kind of broadcasting to everybody. So you want to narrow it down to who do you really want, and then create a visual. So this is my visual. This is actually the actress who used to be on this ABC Family. I used to watch ABC Family even like 2 years ago. There was this show called Jane by Design, and I freaking loved it. And I think it only lasted 2 seasons, and they took it off, and I don't know why. Because I really like lived through this character. So anyway, I named my character. Her name wasn't Krista, but Krista. She's 28. She's brunette. She's newly married. She doesn't have kids. She has a cat. I grew up with cats. This one he grew up with dogs, and that's another battle. She's fun-loving, but she's shy at first until she gets really comfortable. She's athletic, and she enjoys sports. She hates scary movies. She worries too much, and she struggles with self-confidence. And she's looking to tighten into tone, and she's not fully satisfied. So whatever job she's in, she kind of likes what she's doing, but it's just like, is there something more? Is there something else that she's just questioning? She loves heels, and she loves fitness, like wearing fitness sneakers, from skinny jeans to yoga pants. She's into makeup, but not like, she's not all like super high end. Everything's like a major name brand designer makeup or whatever. She likes, name brand clothes, but she loves stuff like Forever 21. She's frugal, and then every once in a while has an impulse buy. Family and faith are very important to her. She likes to travel. She's a huge coffee lover. She's an online shopper because it's so much easier. She likes all kinds of music. She's a believer. She's worried about the Shakeology and coaching. Like, is it a scam? Is it some fad diet? And again, this is why I say this, because I'm also looking to not just get a coach, I'm looking to get a customer. And so this customer is debating on whether to join a challenge group or not. And she's debating, is Shakeology like legit? Is this thing legit? Because this is an obstacle that a lot of people have concern. And even when before I became a coach, I wasn't sure about Shakeology either. So she's wondering about that. She also has a fear that friends and family won't trust her as a coach. She's yo-yo dieted for years. She's a former diet pill taker. She's tried 1 million protein powders, and she gets nervous in the gym. She's got a big heart and sometimes is too trusting. She loves her family and friends. So for me, that's the type of person that I am going to be making my posts geared towards. And then, so once you've made your content, once you've figured out who your avatar, your ideal person is, where they live. I mean, I could have gone into like what state she lives in and all that. I mean, the more, the better. You want to break it down. You could break it down by her hair color, etc. Once you have this picture of this person, I want you to actually find an image of that person. And this could become then like your home screen on your computer. You want to be able to see this daily, or you print it out and you put it next to your workstation so that every time you're going to post, every time you're going to reach out to people, every time you're adding those friend requests, when you see their profile picture, we may not always know everything about these people, but you can say, okay, this is the type of person just by looking at them, not that we're judging by a book by its cover, but just by looking at this person, this is the type of person that I want to work with, versus like, you may have 5 mutual friends with them, but 4 of those friends are like barely acquaintances. You don't really know them, and you probably would never hang out with those type of people. So yeah, you could send that person a friend request just to get a new contact, but do you really want to work with that person? So it'll make you even think harder about who you're sending your friend requests out to. And then, so once you have all of this, then how am I going to make posts about that? Well, so I want to make it geared toward these characteristics, right? So I share how I was a teacher and I lost passion in my teaching, and I just felt like there was something else, and like I was really lost for a whole year when I left the public school, and I was working in different centers, and I definitely realized that was not for me. And I worked for someone who I didn't agree with in the last 2 jobs that I had. So I can share about that, because remember, she's in a job and she isn't fully satisfied being in that job. I have my daily coffee post. So clearly anybody who comes to my page will know that I drink coffee. And so we're going to connect about that. Regardless if we connect about anything else, we connect on the fact that we love coffee. I share about what I'm wearing most days. So I love to talk about how I'm so fortunate to be able to work from home. And one of the benefits of doing that is that I can wear comfy clothes and I can live in basically yoga pants every single day. So I can work out, shower, and put on fresh, clean workout clothes. And then I can share on days like last night or on Thursday night when I went to the DC coach training for the 4 basic behaviors. I showed a picture of me in my heels, right? And I said, I'm trading in my sneakers for my heels tonight. So I can share about that because, again, my person likes to be in comfy workout gear, but likes to wear heels as well. I can share about my adoption and my family and my faith. It doesn't have to be adoption that my person is a part of, but she's into family. Family is very important to her. Faith is very important to her. So by making different posts about my family or faith, etc., I'm connecting to that person. She struggles with confidence, and I can share how I have struggled so much with confidence, and that through personal development, through working out, and once I became a coach, I really have gained a whole new sense of confidence. I'm a whole different person than I was before I became a coach. I can share about how my home workouts, so she has a fear of the gym. I still get really nervous in the gym. One gym, my main gym, I'm way more nervous to go in the weight room in that gym. It's also a lot busier, but I'm way more nervous than my other gym that I teach at the other 2 days a week. I have no problem going in there and putting on my headphones and blocking everything out. The one I work out with Ryan, I get really, really nervous. And like one day he was like, why did you work out in the ladies' room? And I'm like, there's like a very small, crappy women's gym, like a little smaller room off of that. And I just did my workout in there that day because I couldn't find him just by glancing into the main gym. And I didn't want to be like this person. It was loaded with guys in there and I just was very uncomfortable. And he was like, I didn't realize you were that uncomfortable. And I was like, yes, I am. So I can share about that. Friggin' A, you work out at home. Nobody has to see you. You can pick up whatever weight you want and you don't have to feel intimidated by anybody else that's in that gym. So there's no intimidation. And then she's a yo-yo dieter and she did diet pills and I've done all of that. And I can share about my former eating disorder. So I can connect with her on that level. So let me just exit out of that. Okay. All right. I don't know why it's not big, but anyway, so I hope that helped like break it down a little bit more in terms of you really want to have a visual about what your person looks like. And you can literally find any picture on Google or actor or actress. I highly recommend, instead of finding like a cartoon cutout or a clip art picture, that you find like a legit looking person. And like that's like the ideal type person that you're going for, that you want to connect with. And then that's going to really, really help you in terms of when you go to post, knowing what to post and how to format that post. And okay, today I want to talk about confidence, and I'm going to relate because my person does struggle with confidence. So I'm going to talk to the person I was and share what I've done to get to where I am today. And so Lindsay Matway and other top coaches will always say, they're not trying to find people who are where they are now, 5 years later. She's always trying to go back to, who was that girl? Where was I? Who was that girl 5 years ago? That's the person I want to connect with. Because, like, you know, she's a millionaire now, and she doesn't have all the hardships that she had before she got blessed with the coaching opportunity and worked really hard to get where she is. And so, yeah, it would be really, really hard and intimidating if all she talked about was how much money she made and all the beautiful and expensive things that she can buy and traveling to these exotic places that's like no big deal financially. Many people that she's trying to connect with aren't going to relate to that, but they're going to relate to the broke as a joke mom who had the sick baby and had all these bills to pay. You know, she talks about all these other struggles that she's had to go through. And so she gears her post towards that. So you want to not think always about where you are right now, although you can, but think about who are you trying to connect with. So I hope that that helps. Let me see. I see a quick thing in the chat. Let me see if I can see this. That would be a good idea. I do think that the challenge group would be, but sometimes people just sign up for the coaching and then I add them to a challenge group. So that could be a good idea. That is ideal, is to get them into a challenge group before they sign up as a coach. But that doesn't always happen. And if somebody is wanting to sign up as a coach, I'm not going to say, no, don't sign up as a coach. So anyway, that's what I had for you. And I hope that that helps like visualize it more. And your stuff can be completely different than mine in terms of what your person looks like. They could be blonde. They could be older than 30. They could have kids. They could be, if you're not married and you don't have kids and you're just out of school, then maybe that's your girl. Or your girl is just finishing up college and she's still like that senior or whatever, ready to go, leave school and embark on a whole new like legit life now or whatever. But really think about all of those things. What kind of movies does she like? What kind of music does she like? Is she like a party animal? Is she out at the club every night or not? Like for me, I used to love to go to the club and I used to love go dancing. And now I would much rather put on some comfy ass pants, curl up on the couch with him and watch Netflix. Just saying. So times have changed. I'm feeling I'm getting old. But that's it. Like I'm not going to really relate to a major partier who's out drinking and partying every single night. That's not what else am I going to have? I'm not going to connect with you. I'm not going to want to hang out with you. You're going to think I'm really boring. So when I make my stuff, that's what I'm going to be gravitating towards. So I want you to think about your ideal customer, because that person will then become your ideal coach. You're going to help them in your group, and then they're going to join your team, and you're going to feel like you've known each other forever and you get along so well because you have so many of the same characteristics.